The hydraulic cylinder D extends with the velocity VB and VA. Determine the acceleration of C at the instant shown. Now this here is free to slide back and forth. So as this pushes up, this is going to be going in, and the whole rod is cylinder, what do they call it? Is going to rotate like that. So we have velocity acceleration going on here. We got velocity acceleration going on here and here, and the whole thing is rotating with an omega and an alpha, and we don't know that. So what we do know is we know velocity and acceleration at B. We don't know velocity or acceleration there. So we could go from here to here, solving the equation AC equals AB plus alpha R cross R CB minus omega squared RCB. But if we do this first, we don't know AC, we don't know alpha, we don't know omega. That gives us three unknowns. So first thing we want to solve is from A to B, and then we can get alpha and omega from there, and then solve for C, AC. So let's look at first the velocity equation from A to B. So VA equals VB plus omega cross RAB. Okay, so what do we know? We know VB, and we know RAB. So if we look at A to B, this distance here, and this distance here, okay, so this is 2 cosine 30, and this is 2 sine 30, which is 1, and this is 1.73. So RAB is equal to 1.73 from here to there, negative 1.73 in the I, and 1 in the J. Now we went from B to A, so we went this way, so that would be positive and this would be negative. Okay, so putting this into here, VA is equal to VB, 4 in the J, plus, now omega is going to be rotating this direction, which is going to be, by right hand rule, negative K. So negative omega in the K direction, crossed with RAB, 1.73 in the I, minus 1 in the J. So doing the cross product, I, J, K, I, J, negative omega, 1.73, negative 1, 1.73, negative 1. And we have this one and this one are the only ones without zeros in it. So VA, which is going to be all in the I direction, is equal to 4 in the J times minus, now let's do I first, minus, triple negative, so it'll be negative omega in the J, and a single negative be negative 1.73 omega in the, oh sorry, that was I, this is J. Okay, so in the J direction, this is all in the I direction, so in the J direction we have 0 is equal to 4J minus 1.73 omega in the J. You can cancel out the J's, and omega is equal to 4 divided by 1.73. So omega is equal to 2.31 radians per second. Okay, now to find alpha, we'll go from A to B again using this equation, but from A to B. So acceleration in the A is equal to acceleration in the B plus alpha cross R AB minus omega squared R AB. Okay, so A again is in the positive I direction, so, or negative I direction, so negative A in the I is equal to AB is 1.5 in the J, plus alpha, which is again alpha in the K, and it's in the negative direction, cross with R, 1.73 in the I, minus the J, minus omega, 2.31 squared, times 1.73 in the I, minus J. So multiplying everything out, and the cross product is the same as that one, it's just we have alpha instead of omega. So now we have negative AA in the I equals 1.5 in the J minus alpha in the I minus 1.73 alpha in the J minus 9.23 in the I plus 5.34 in the J. Now we can gather the I's and the J's, and in the I's we have negative AA equals negative alpha minus 9.23, and on the J's we have 0 because there's nothing over here in the J, equals 1.5 minus in the J's 5.34 and minus 1.732 in the J. From this we can solve that alpha equals 3.95, which we need to know. We can solve for AA here, but it doesn't really ask for it. 13.18. So now we have alpha, we have omega, and we can solve this equation for C to B. So AC is equal to AB plus alpha cross RCB minus omega squared RCB. So RCB, CB goes this direction, and it's just 1 foot long. So it's going to be the same as the X and the Y, or the X and the Y there. It's just going to be 1/2 of it, because this was 2 and that was 1. So RCB is equal to negative, and it's going from B to C, so it's a negative X. So negative 0.866 in the I plus 0.5 in the J. So putting omega, alpha, R, and AB into this equation, we get AC is equal to 1.5 in the j plus negative 3.95k cross with negative 0.866 in the I plus 0.5 in the j minus 2.31 squared times 0.866 I plus 0.5 j. So multiplying this out and doing the cross products, again similar to the cross product before, we have AC is equal to 1.5 j plus 3.95 times 0.866 in the j plus 0.5 3.95 in the I plus 4.82 in the I minus 2.67 in the j. So combining all the i's, and we get this one plus this one. That gives us 6.8 in the I. Combining that one, and that one, and we get plus 2.3 in the j.